I don't even have the words to express how happy it makes me to hear that. I'm so proud of how much you've grown.
Me too. Please allow me to continue to be by your side and support you. The rest of Class 7 as well.
Yeah, same here. I'm sure becoming his daughter's new family without his permission has earned me at least one good punch from him.
Dummy. That doesn't sound too bad, I guess.
I'm sure it is. And it will be nothing more than that.
The students of Thor's main campus and branch campus. Together, they halted a threat to our nation. All in time for the summer festival. I'm told many instructors, former students, and bracers assisted them in this monumental task. All of these...
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 3. And look at what we got here. We got Worst Girl and Best Girl standing right next to each other. Ain't that something? So, I think my plan is, I'm gonna finish up this chapter, and just, you know what? Forget the plan I was gonna say. I was gonna say I'll do Senran and Kagero when this chapter is completed. But then, like, it seems when I look at the trophies, the final chapter isn't that long, because, like, for PS4, you can tell the, like, how rare a trophy is, like, how many people have gotten it. And the percentage is, like, pretty close to this chapter 4's percentage of completion, so it must be pretty short. So anyway. Hello, Lisa, Toa. Are you enjoying yourselves? We are, thank you. It's really a lovely party. I just wish Angie was here with us. Heh. But Prince Oliver promised he'd look into her disappearance. So I'm hoping to make a lot of memories tonight so I can share with her once she comes back. I'm sorry, Toa. But you're right, I'm sure she'd like that. Yeah, I can totally see her now hanging on your every word. Oh yes, there was something I wanted to ask you about, Toa. Is Rean as popular at the branch campus as I suspect he is? Seeing the way Muse drapes herself all over him, I had to wonder. To be honest, I was wondering that myself. Knowing him, he'd keep his hands off his students, but still. I'm already not in a good mood, because a little something happened before this. A bit of an argument that is solved, but still, I'm gonna try to hold my tongue with Elisa as long as I can. Well, Rean is certainly admired by a lot of people, but when it comes to romantic feelings, the pool's a bit smaller. I see, and would you be swimming around in that pool by any chance? Me? I mean, I like him as a colleague, but... something's definitely fishy. We may need to dive deeper into this topic. I should slowly back away before they notice me. So you like me, do you, Toa? Ah, Rean, you've come at a good time. Oh dear. Oh man. Fans? What are you talking about? Sorry, Rean. How about you shut the fuck up and get out of my life, you non-canon girl. Class 1 girl, I don't want to talk to you, you're not important enough. Why don't you go find all the... God, the frames are really dropping in this place, but of course they would be. There is a lot of stuff going on around here. Ah, Wake Ward the Second. Let me look down here. Ooh, this place really is nice. I'm afraid my game might crash with the frames dropping constantly. Ah, it's good to see you again, Miss Corliss. How's your jewelry store been lately? We opened up a branch in Crossbell this year and sales have been exceptional. We've been focused on expanding to other cities these past years, but business has been good in Heimdall too. Alright, the 8 Metropolis plan. As a fellow businessman, I should probably keep that in mind. Oh, by the way, Lake Ward, I hear you had a fishing competition. How did that turn out? You wanna... Okay. Well, it was neck and neck the entire time, and we decided to end it in tie. To be honest, it was a little embarrassing. Oh, is that so? I'd say that means it was a good match. I always love to hear about a heated competition. Gets the blood flowing and the palms sweating. If you say so. You know, next chapter only has like 3 side quests, so that's also how you know it's short, if it has just only that many, considering how every chapter has been. You're the students from Thors? I know His Majesty already spoke with you, but allow me to thank you as well. You're welcome. We still have a long way to go, though. There's no need to be so nervous. I'm just a minor official. Minor? You're the Secretary General of the Ministry of Railways. That's pretty high up there. Look over there. Those people are the ones at the top of the ladder. The Director General of the Ministry of Railways, and the Prime Minister of the Central Diet, and the leader of the Province of Northumbria. Do you really think I'm the same level as them? Well, but that's enough of that. I hope you all enjoy yourselves, and be sure to mingle. Everyone here might seem scary, but they won't bite your head off or anything. Yes, sir. Thank you for the advice. You're just a butler. You don't have a name to you. Are you just maid? Yeah. And you're just, you know, guys. And why would Ash want to be talking with him? There's been a lot of stuff going on with Ash recently. And a lot of stuff going on with, like, Millium and Altina. Like, I'm getting some worries. We're getting a lot of Altina growing up, and it's so cute, but, like, Millium is saying, you know, she's always on our side. She won't be going anywhere. I won't put it past them to try and kill somebody off. Because they killed Crow, they would probably try and...
It is a great
kill
honor to
Millium.
have been invited here.
This on top of what you did for us following the Northern War. I can't even begin to properly show my gratitude.
Raise your heads, both of you. I've already pardoned you for what happened in the Civil War. Given how much you've contributed since then, there's no need to revisit the past. Wouldn't you agree, Marquis High Arms?
Wholeheartedly. The Civil War was a product of the 4 great houses. Personally, I feel I'm the one who deserves to be locked away for a while.
No more of that talk from you either. Were you to be detained, half the Empire would cease functioning. Had Lord Ragnar been here in Heimdall, I would have loved for him to join us tonight.
As would I. Perhaps we should schedule a meeting with him soon.
That aside, I hear both of you played a very active role during the events in Lamar. You faced the Blazing Demon, Brigadier General, with the General here went to tow the Steel Maiden. You heard correctly. But that monster is said to be a match for even the Radiant Blade Master. The best I could do was hold him off. I will say that battle was a very rare and valuable experience, though I'd also be very interested in seeing your 100-form military combat techniques. Haha, that certainly takes me back, but I fear those days are behind me. If Van Dyke isn't old enough to retire from the front lines, then you certainly aren't either. Not to mention Victor Matthias and Zex. Perhaps this is a bit childish of me, but given all of Erebonian's famed swordsmen, I can't help but wonder which is the greatest among them. I hear Roberl has held swordsmanship tournaments before, where our fighters to participate. It would undoubtedly be quite the spectacle. Oliver tells me foreigners were welcome to join. If the opportunity presents itself, I'd love to take part. My, I fear I may have awakened a sleeping tiger. I don't think I should interrupt this conversation. Oh well, I'll look for another opportunity. But Principal Gwyn sure is something. She doesn't hold herself back at all, even when talking to him. Yeah, I can't go there. I like this music, it's very nice. Who do we talk to next? I pick and choose. Let's all talk here. Let me get that out. Haha, it seems both the main and branch campuses have some promising young candidates this year. In fact, if you two are headed to the army after you graduate, I'd gladly welcome you to the 4th Armored Division. It's an honor to hear that from Craig the Red himself, but I prefer to stay by His Highness Cedric's side in whatever way possible. Sounds like you just got shot down, old man. So it seems. How about you then? Care to join the 4th? Sorry, but I'm not into hanging out with a bunch of muscleheads. I thought I heard myself being called. No, maybe not. I'll turn the volume down on my headset. But if you got a ton of cuties like the Icy Maiden, maybe I'll think about it. Well, I wouldn't say tons, but we've got a few. Just between you and me, though, simply being part of the 4th is enough to send ladies swooning into the streets as you pass. Whether you use this little perk on your own ends up entirely to you. Seriously? Alright, now we're talking, old man. Hey, Eyebrows. That all it takes to tear you away from your beloved prince? Maybe there's hope for you after all. What do you mean by that? I'm still loyal to the prince. Oh, and don't call me Eyebrows. Seems like a rowdy group. I'd always thought Craig the Red would be some giant hard ass, but turns out he knows what's up. Fritz and Ash, they both look very promising. They're polar opposites. Damn it. Hold on. They're polar opposites. If they both join the 4th Armored Division, things could get really interesting. True, they could end up being a good combination. Phew, it seems like the branch campus students do whatever they please. That Ash Carbide, he's not bad. Well, he's one of the special ones among the students. Who do we talk to next? We shall talk to them. So by incorporating those new mathematical models, the country's economy can be developed even further? Correct. Economics is nothing more than a probability model based off sociology and collective physiology. Or was that psychology? I don't know. It would be foolish to think mathematics has no bearing on it. You're right, of course. I suppose one could say the same of music theory. Huh? Really? Music and math seem completely different fields to me. Sound is Damn it, come on. Sorry if this is like blasting out your ears. I don't know if I have the mic too close to make it be too loud. Sound is simply different frequencies and wavelengths of vibrations in the air, things easily converted into equations. Whether expressed in sound or in formulas, beautiful music remains beautiful. It seems kind of crazy to hear it put that way, but yeah, the way he talks about it, it's strangely compelling. Professor, would you be able to share an example of that with us? Yeah, I'm curious too. These two seem pretty interested in what the professor has to say. I'm a little surprised to hear that he has hobbies at all, but I guess out of everything, music makes the most sense for him. It seems this newbie inspector and famous musician are men of culture, after all, but I do not intend to give lectures here. They can feel free to enroll in the Ruhr Institute of Technology if they're so inclined. In the end, he's still the same as always. Well, at least Elliot and Machias were able to get something out of this. Enjoying yourself, Reen? Yep, sure am. I'm guessing you two are making your rounds. That's right, Professor Smith seems the same as ever, but it looks like he's doing well. We hadn't seen him since the Civil War. Not only is he very knowledgeable, he's got a sharp eye. I don't get many chances to speak with him, so now's a good chance to ask him something I've been wondering. Yeah, may as well. I'd like to ask him about what he thinks about the potential of music. I'm sure you've got a lot of other people to talk to, so we won't hold you here. See you later, Reen. Yeah, have fun, you two. Talk with them now. I'm Patrick Higharms, third son of the Higharms house. I'm ashamed that I haven't introduced myself to you before now, sir. There's no need to be so formal, Patrick. Besides, it's a bit rare that I'm even in Erebonia, so I'm partly to blame. I've heard you're quite the traveler. Speaking of, Mr. Warzel here tells me you visit Nord quite often. That's right, nearly every year. By this point, he's pretty much like one of my family. I just can't get enough of the beautiful expenses of the land there. On top of that, the Queen Air does these old bones good. I had a cabin built by Lakeside a few years back. It's such a tranquil place. It sounds lovely. Schwarzer's told me about the time you spent there. I keep thinking I'm getting called, but I've never been. I'll turn the volume down again. Nord is truly stupendous. The endless stretches of... Yeah, okay, I am being called. Yeah. Okay. Now I got a set of timers I don't like doing because I don't like these things being cut. Not to mention the kind and hospitable people. When I'm in Nord, it's like all the troubles of the world weighing on my mind blow away with the wind. My, hearing all that makes me more intrigued than ever. Honestly, I felt very troubled myself lately. Well, it was plain to see you had a lot to deal with back in Ordis. You should come visit sometime. If our schedules wide up, I'll show you around. I appreciate the offer. Oh, and Warzel, I'd like to take a chance to apologize for saying such an awful thing about you back when we were students. Oh, I'd completely forgotten. It's fine. I knew at the time you weren't thinking clearly. I appreciate the apology, though. Thank you. Oh, hello. When did you show up? About halfway through. Youth truly is a wonderful thing. Yeah? Guys, Patrick, I'm happy for both of you. Anyway, where have you been the past 6 months, guys? I called up my friends in Nord a few times, but no one could tell me where you went. Oh yes, Swarzer was concerned about you as well. Sorry to worry everyone like that. Some things came up, and I had to travel outside the country for a while. Is that so? Sounds like you must have had a lot on your plate. Yes, I'll be sure to tell you about it at some point. There's only like a few more groups. Oh, can I actually go up here now? Oh no, wait, there was a completely different area that I didn't even think to check, which was this area. Guess I'll look here. Deal with Prince Cedric. So, oh my god, I can't actually change my voice at all for these. So you learned your swordplay from my brother then? Yes, though before that, Lecter taught me some basics. But since his style is, shall we say, highly unconventional, or whatever, I consider Lord Rufus my true teacher. That said, he only trained me for a short while when I was still living in Heimdall. You only received a small amount of training, and you've become this strong? I'm impressed. I've heard Governor General Rufus' court fencing skills are second to none, so I'm sure his lessons were very thorough. They are indeed. My brother started teaching me when I was 10. I've been training since then, the hopes of surpassing him. I can only wonder how close I've gotten. What are you doing, kitty? Perhaps you'll have the opportunity to find out before too long. What about you, Kurt? When are you planning to be able to surpass your father and brother? I'm sure you know just as well as I do, but they're on such a different level from normal people, it's almost inhuman. My father is starting to feel his age, but it said he's still nearly as strong as the Radiant Blade Master. I'd have to spend decades training to even reach them, much less surpass them. The Thunder God. I doubt even my brother could prove a match for him. If there were anyone in Erebonia who would prove a match, it would likely be the Rakshasa, or perhaps... Looks like this conversation's already starting to heat up. Oh, Instructor Reen. You've come at the perfect time. Join us, Instructor. We were just discussing swordplay. Come join us as the disciple of the 8 Leaves. Well, if you insist. I guess when you get enough Erebonian men in one place, it's only a matter of time before we start talking about swords. That could be taken out of context. You want me to talk to Cedric alone? It's been quite a while since I've been able to speak with the prince. Who would have thought I'd be able to discuss swordsmanship to such depth with him like this? I almost can't contain myself. Well, there's always someone better out there. Though my wardery duties have occupied much of my time lately, I do want to get back to regular training. And I hope you'll be there to aid me. Yeah, of course. And next time, I'll go all out. Ah, Rean, a moment if you would. I'd like to thank you. I hear you agreed to share Alphen's first dance tonight. I'm sure she's just beside herself with happiness. Hold on a sec. I thought she was just kidding about that. Given the current atmosphere, I don't really think I can accept. Oh, is that so? It seems to me those rumors that have been spreading like wildfire lately may have been more than just talk. But I think the Ashen Chevalier is more than qualified to be a partner for my sister. Perhaps even beyond tonight's dances, if you know what I mean. No, I mean, I'm nowhere near qualified for that. Well, unfortunately for you, Alphen's first dance is part of tonight's schedule. If there's already someone you're planning to have a future with, then that's that, I suppose. But would you dance with her tonight regardless? Think of it as a favor, not only for my sister, but the entire Imperial family. There's still plenty of time before the dance. Do think it over. Well, crap. Please consider dancing with my sister as a favor to the Imperial family. Yeah. I'm not sure how well that'd go over, Your Highness. I'd rather dance with Toa. Chairman Irina, Major Quer, and Muse. You three sure make an interesting group. I thought I might use this opportunity to scout out some promising talent. The icy maiden here oversees logistics for the entire Empire's railroad system. Were you to join the RF, I would ensure you were immediately placed in a position worthy of your talents. I'm flattered, but I think military logistics and business logistics may be a bit too different. Oh, I don't know about that. In both warfare and business, you need to effectively allocate limited personnel and resources. I'm sure Major Quer would make a wonderful businesswoman. An excellent analysis. Muse Egret, I saw potential in the reports you submitted about the Arts Rifle and the Crystal. If you can't decide what to do after you graduate, I'll have a spot waiting for you at the RF, too. For that matter, the RMP would welcome your talents, too. I'm sure you may have some concerns regarding your house, but I'm sure I can be of help. Why, thank you, I'm flattered. Chairman Irina and Major Quer are always ready to scout out a new hire. Do these two have some ulterior motive, or am I just overthinking it? This is the last place I suspected to do some scouting, or be scouted. Though I must admit, I did get a little territorial when she tried to headhunt Muse. I can't blame Chairman Irina for being interested. You'd both be great additions to any team. By the way, Swarzer, you'd be a welcome addition to our company yourself. Join us and I'll make you lead pilot and head of our Panzer Soldat division. I appreciate the offer, but I'm happy being a teacher for now. It's quite fun fantasizing about what I'm going to do after graduation. You don't need to worry too much about it now, but is it something you'll need to decide eventually? Honestly, Muse, I think you're capable of doing anything you put your mind to. You may be overestimating me just a smidgen. Maybe. Possibly. Hello, ladies. Now this seems like an interesting group. Well, I was telling Sharon we'd go out drinking together just the other day, and so I decided to join her now. And I'm here too, not for the booze though. There's some juicy stories going on. Stories? What about? Stories from 4 years ago. About how a certain someone got in my way when I was trying to get back here from Northumbria. Oh. Last we met when you requested my aid in stopping Lady Sarah. But first, we needed to make sure the Purple Lightning, the youngest A-rank bracer at the time, didn't interfere. So we made sure she had a tough time coming back home from Northumbria. As a result, the Divine Blade had to postpone his return to Oberl, and so the first stage of the Professor's brilliant gospel plan was complete. So that's what you and Campanella were talking about at Orcus Tower. Yes, I've admitted what I did to Lady Sarah, while my love and loyalty belong to the Reinford family now. Back then, the Fool contacted me personally and asked for my assistance. I didn't tell Chairman Irina the details, but she gave me leave regardless. And since then, you've had no other contact with Ouroboros. Swear to Aidios? No, I swear on the Reinford family. This is pretty intense. Well, if you're bringing up the Reinford name, then I know you're serious. Alright, I give up. And I suppose you did get injured pretty badly when you went up against McBurn back in Crossbell. So I'll believe you, when it comes to this anyway. Lady Sarah, thank you. Phew! Alright, I love me a happy ending. Thinking back though, that getup you had on looked pretty tight. Looked like a pretty tight fit. I think something like that really limit your movement. I just can't believe you were able to slip out of my grasp for a whole week. Well, as someone who dwells behind the scenes, I have a number of sneaky tricks at my disposal. I'd never be a match for you in a head-on battle, so please don't feel so embarrassed you were unable to beat me back then. Hey, who said I was embarrassed? You want to go right now? Meet me outside the palace. Yeah, let's just be glad that didn't happen. Now that I think about it, doesn't Caduceus use your 8-weave style too? He's supposed to, yeah. I've never met him myself, but my masters told me stories. I see. It'd be nice if you guys could talk someday. One Yun Kafai pupil to another. He hasn't been in Erebonia for a long time, though, so it might not be easy. Still, I hope we'll get the chance. I humbly apologize for all the trouble I caused you, Lady Sarah. The only way I can properly atone is to devote myself to you. Not interested, but I am interested in having ourselves a rematch sometime. That'll be a clash for the ages. "4 years ago, huh? That'd be about 1 year after Gramps took me in. I think I remember reading about this stuff in the files I borrowed from Lecter. Huh? Yes, that would make sense. Wait, you mean the Intelligence Division knew about me and Sharon? Nah, it wasn't about you two. It was about some S-rank bracer from Oberl. He had to come here from Oberl to help out the other bracers because you were stuck in Northumbria, right? The report was pretty detailed up until the part where the Jaeger Corps the Society was using got completely wiped out. Oh, and it was also sounding like they were monitoring Prince Oliver during his trip to Oberl. Wow, the Intelligence Division is impressive, and just as terrifying. Do you think it may have been Major Arundel who was monitoring him? No doubt. I'm sure the orders came straight from the top of their little group. Man, Caduceus really helped me out a lot back in those days, but I haven't seen him since he quit being a bracer and went back to Oberl's army. A damn shame, too. He was quite the gentleman. Yeah, he seems like he'd be right up your alley for sure. A small world. He and I are fellow disciples under Master Yun Kafai. It seems we are all connected through our acquaintances before we even knew each other. Yeah, of course. I mean, the other better thing is that them both being disciples, if Reen met up with Caduceus, he'd also meet up with a real good bracer.